It's just the days that you spend with them. That's really the hardest part. It's just every day that you have them is the hardest part of having kids. It's just every day. It's getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, which, first of all, I'm not that guy. 6 o'clock in the morning. I have blown off entire careers because of one day I didn't want to get out of bed. Like, oh, I'll just not be that then. I have to, first of all, I got to get them dressed. That's number one, because that's the one that people will notice. That's the only one. If that's the only one that I get done, I'll be okay. Because I can't, if I show up with two naked kids, I'll go to jail. So I have to, but I can not feed them. They're fine. They ate. They're just a little tired. It's fine. And then I got to get them to school, which means walking. The older one goes to kindergarten. It's third grade. Jesus Christ. I just said kindergarten. She's in third grade. You know what's even worse? She's not. She's in second grade.
Anyway, so yeah, wolves are like dogs.
Thank you for asking.
Every day you spend with your kids is torture. And it's because I love them. If I didn't love them, I wouldn't matter. I just play poker with my friends, come home later, oh, they're dead. But I love them. I wiped my daughter's ass for the last time on May 13th of 2008. And I remember this moment because it was a big moment in my life. Because when you have children, they start as babies and they shit all over the place. But then finally they can use a toilet, but they can't wipe their ass. So you have to wipe their ass. That's the last thing you do for your kid. It's like an intimate bathroom thing, is wipe their ass. And one day it stops. And I remember the day. I said the date, but I don't remember it now because I'm lying. Because I had always wiped her ass all that time, and it's just a thing you do. I didn't even think about it. I said, Daddy, I need a wipe! And then I come in, I'm on the phone, like, yeah, okay. So, anyway, so I wiped her ass one day, and she said, thank you very much, Daddy. And I was like, that was a little too eloquent. A thank you for somebody who I just wiped shit out of her asshole. I want to hear like, thank you, Dada. I don't want to hear like, that was very gracious of you, Father. So I got two kids, 5 and 9, and I love it. I love having kids, but it's hard. It can be very difficult. One thing that's difficult is that they are very different ages, 5 and 9, very different developmental stages. And I have them to myself when I have them. My ex-wife and I split custody. I'm with them half the week. I have to find things that the three of us can do together. Now, my 9-year-old can do a lot. She's got a lot of skills, a lot of things she can do. The 5-year-old, not much good at anything, really. And that's not to put her down. She's 5, but she's shitty at pretty much everything. So we can't do things that outclass her abilities. So we have to be all dragged down to her shitty skill level. We're like 3 5-year-olds of different sizes, basically. Because nothing. Let's go for a bike ride on the river. I'm not very confident on my bicycle. Okay, let's just sit and play the card game where no one loses. We went swimming one time, the three of us, and that was a nightmare because we're in this pool, there's a deep end, there's a shallow end. The older one is in the deep end, the 9-year-old. She's having a ball, but she's lonely. Who wants to swim by themselves? She's in the deep end doing flipper tricks, and she's like, Daddy, swim with me. And I can't. Because I'm in the shallow end with a little one who's clinging to my leg in fear. Don't put me in the water. I'm like, it's to your tits at the highest. Just stand there. It's fine. No, I'm gonna drown. There's sharks. Why would I lie to you? Really? I would put you in and go, ha ha, you're drowning. I tricked you to death. Really? I'm gonna do that? If I wanted to kill you, I'll wait till you're asleep and go like this for 4 minutes and it's over. Okay? That's how easy it would be to kill you. You should thank me every morning you wake up alive. That's how easy it would be to kill you. I know how to look after you! I'm good at it. You're not dead yet. And I love that kid. I love that kid to pieces. But I wish he was never born. That's how it feels in certain tiny moments. Any parent who is honest will tell you that you live with that ambivalence. You just have it. You look at the face of your beautiful, lovely child, and you think two things at the exact same time. I love this kid so much that it's changed my whole life. I love other people more because of how much I love her. I love people that had died years ago more. Like, my love has traveled time because of how much I love her and she loves me back. She's completely given value to life that didn't exist before, and I regret every decision that led to her birth. That's how it feels.
I have 2 kids. I try to be a better person around my kids. I really do. I try to change my behavior around them. Like, I have rules in my house. They all apply to me. Like, I have a rule that I don't curse around my kids. It's a rule. It does happen. You know, sometimes you have a stressful moment, you're with your kids, so you say something by mistake. Like, one time I was making dinner for my kids, and I gave my daughter a bowl of soup, and I said, here's your fucking soup. But, you can see how that was a tough situation. You're supposed to teach your kids right from wrong. I don't know, it's confusing, you know? Some people raise their kids religiously, and that kind of covers it. They kind of go, all this, do that. I'm not raising my kids religiously, because I don't feel like it. Just get up on a Sunday, fuck that. Fuck that. Let your souls rot, kids. I don't care. I'm not getting... Daddy, who's Jesus? None of your business. Go back to bed. But my kids, you know, they're living in the world, and there's a lot of religion in the world, so you do have to teach your kids, if you're not raising them religiously, you do have to teach them about religion, you know? I always tell my kids the same thing. I tell them that there are many religions in the world, and they're all equal, but the Christians are the main one. That's what I tell them. The Christians won. They're the winners. So act accordingly. Congratulate Christians when you meet them. Because they won the world. And it's true. It's true. We love to tell ourselves, like, every religion is exactly... No, they're not. The Christians won everything. A long time ago. If you don't believe me, let me ask you a question. What year is it? I mean, come on. What year is it according to the entire human race? And why? What year is it? Anybody, sir, just yell out the year. Thank you. 2016. No, it's 20. That's right. It's 2017. What is that? That's a number. It's not just any number. It must be a very important number, because we're counting to it in unison as a species. For thousands of years, we've been going 1, 2, 3. Come on, everybody, 4. And now, come on, Africa, 5, 6. What is this number? We're counting the days since what? Since there was ever people, or since the sun did a something? Not at all. It's been 2017 years since what? Anybody, yell it out. Yes, Christ! Christ! That's right. It's been 2017 years since Christ! Jesus! We are counting the days since Jesus together. Which makes sense if you're Christian, but what the fuck are the rest of us doing? Jesus was here, Jesus was here, Jesus was here. Everybody, scientists, historians, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus plus 2, Jesus plus 3, Jesus plus 4. Jesus plus 2017 years, 4 months, and 3 days is when your license expires. How is that not a win for the Christians? How is that not a complete win? That's not a Monday off in October. That's there was no time before Jesus. And the whole world's like, okay, sure. And then somebody was like, what about the years before him? There were billions, infinity. Those go backwards. You want us to measure most of history backwards? To accommodate one religion? Uh-huh. All right, we'll do it. It's fine. We'll do it. The whole world. You ever watch New Year's Eve around the world? They always show you like how every country celebrates. It's kind of cool. There's one little island. It's the first place that's actually the place that it's the year. It's a little island in the Pacific. I forget what it's called, but the people, they do a little ceremony for New Year's Eve every year, and they just wear grass because they don't even have sticks yet. They're in the grass age. They have no clocks, but they do a dance. 2017. And it goes around the world. Oh, it's 2017. Death to all Christians in 2017. The Jews are quietly keeping track. It's really 5,766, but that's for us. We're just, that's okay. We're just keeping track for when you snap out of it. It's all right. I'll write yours on my check. I don't want a problem. What about Chinese New Year? Yeah, what about Chinese New Year? All right. Next time you're doing your taxes, just write monkey where the year goes. Just put monkey. See what happens to your funds. No, it's 2017, year of our Lord. Jesus-y, a clock on the nose. And they made it up. That's the weirdest part, is they got to rename years that had already taken place. Because you know that's not what those years were. You know that, right? That the year 3 wasn't the year 3 during the year 3. Nobody was walking around back then. Hey, what year is it? It's 3. Yeah, but I'm 28. How can I be 28? There's only been 3. Well, see, you were born in BC 24, and there's a 0. Remember it went backwards? Oh, shit, that was stressful. I hated those years. What was that like? What year is it? 10. What year is it now? 9. The fuck is gonna happen?
I'm white, which thank God for that shit, boy. That is a huge leg up. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, I love being white. I really do. Seriously, if you're not white, you're missing out, because this shit is thoroughly good. But let me be clear, by the way. I'm not saying that white people are better. I'm saying that being white is clearly better. Who could even argue? If it was an option, I would re-up every year. Oh, yeah, I'll take white again. Absolutely. I've been enjoying that. I'm going to stick with white. Thank you. Here's how great it is to be white. I could get in a time machine and go to any time, and it would be fucking awesome when I get there. That is exclusively a white privilege. Black people can't fuck with time machines. A black guy in a time machine is like, hey, anything before 1980? No, thank you. I don't want to go. But I can go to any time. The year 2? I don't even know what's happening then. But I know when I get there, welcome, we have a table right here for you, sir. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's lovely here in the year 2. I can go to any time. In the past, I don't want to go to the future and find out what happens to white people because we're going to pay hard for this shit. You got to know that. We're not going to just fall from number 1 to 2. They're going to hold us down and fuck us in the ass forever. And we totally deserve it. But for now, wee! Now, if you're white and you don't admit that it's great, you're an asshole. It is great. And I'm a man. How many advantages could one person have? I'm a white man. You can't even hurt my feelings. What can you really call a white man that really digs deep? Hey, cracker.
Oh, ruined my day. Boy, shouldn't have called me a cracker. Bringing me back to owning land and people. What a drag.
I am married, though. That takes me down a few pegs. The other night, my wife sent me to Walgreens to get toilet paper because we were out of toilet paper because I had thrown it all in the garbage so I could get out of the house. So I'm driving to Walgreens. It was nighttime, and I'm driving, and then I see a deer, and I fucking hate deer. I hate them because they're everywhere up there. I used to live in the city, and I loved deer then because I was this liberal in the city, and I'd see deer, and you're driving with your friends out to the country, and you see a deer, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, turn off the car, don't scare the deer. It's just so beautiful. Look at the beautiful deer. Look how he looks around. It's just so mysterious and beautiful. God gave us a gift, everybody. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the gift of the beautiful deer." But now I live, and deer are in my fucking yard every day, and they suck. They're just rats with hooves. They don't matter. They have ticks that give you Lyme disease, and they shit everywhere, and they make a noise. Did you know that? They go, oh, they're assholes. They're shit animals. I go out every morning and throw rocks at them, and I try really hard to hit them on the head with rocks. And they don't care. They're like, they don't care. I don't have a gun, but if I did, I would shoot a baby deer in the mouth and feel nothing. I wouldn't feel anything. I just go, oh, look, he's dead. That's interesting. I guess that's what happens when you shoot him in the fucking mouth. I go out of my way to kill a deer. I would happily blow 20 guys in an alley with bleedy dicks so I could get AIDS and then fuck a deer and kill it with my AIDS. I would do that in a second. I mean it. I mean it. So I see this deer, and this is how dumb these deer. I hit him with the headlights, and he does that whole thing. And then he won't just go. He's like, can I go? Is it okay if I go? Like and I'm like, fucking go! You're gonna go! He's like, can I fucking go? I'm like, just go! And then I get close, and then I try to kind of get away from him, and then I see him, and he looks at me, and he panics. I swear, and he ran and smashed his body into my fucking car. Like, just fucking destroyed my mirror, just shattered my mirror, broke his neck. I heard him break his own fucking neck. And then he just dragged his stupid deer head into the woods, and he died. And I'm glad he's dead. I was glad right away. I got out of my car, I did, and I yelled into the woods, I'm glad you're dead, you fucking idiot! I hope your dear wife finds you dead and dies of a broken heart. Hope your dear baby starved to death. You broke my mirror, you faggot, cunt, nigger deer. say. I'd like to be a better person. I would. I'd like to be a better person. And I think I'm getting worse as a person. Because as you get older, you start finding out, like, let me give you an example before I rented a car a couple weeks ago in Los Angeles, had the car for a few days, and then when I went home, I had to drop the car at the rental place. You know, you gotta go to the rental place that's off the airport, give them the car, give them your thing with the mileage, you gotta get on a bus, and then go to your terminal and check in. I was late, and I was worried about missing my flight, so I knew I had no time to do any of that. So I never did this before, I just drove my car right to the terminal, and just left it there. And I got on the plane. And once I was on the plane and I had a little moment, I called Hertz and I said, hey, listen, your car is sitting out in front of Terminal 4 and the keys are in it. So that's where it is. And the guy was like, you can't do that. You have to return it to this location and then get... And I go, well, I didn't do that already. And now I'm leaving California. So if you want your car, you need to go to that place where it is. And he was like, oh, Jesus, man. All right, we'll get it. And that was the end of it. And I realized I could do this every time. Every time I rent a car, because of course they want you to do all that shit. But if you don't, they still want the car back. They're gonna send a dude. You could drive a car till you don't want it, just get out of it while it's moving and just walk away. Well, I don't feel like being in that car any longer. Just call Hertz, hi, your car is drifting into the intersection of 28th and Broadway. If you're interested, it's now your problem. But see, this is a terrible realization. Because you should act in a way that if everybody acted that way, things would work out. You should, because it would be mayhem if everybody was like that. And most people kind of don't care. Most people are very selfish. Most people don't give a shit what happens as long as they get to do their favorite thing. People don't even want to back off from their favorite thing. They won't even do their second favorite thing. Like, you ever seen somebody like they're at an intersection and they want to make a left, but they're in the all the way right lane because they messed up. So now here's the guy. He's in the right lane and there's a lot of cars, like 6th Avenue, like a lot of cars, and he wants to make that left. So what does he do? He just does it anyway. He just goes ahead and he just shoves his car through everybody's life without any... And everybody's beep, honking and outraged, and you always see the guy go, I have to. There's no other possible thing I could do. What else could I do except go up one more block and then go left and take 4 seconds? That's not my favorite way, though. That only meets 99% of my criteria. But I'm selfish. I would like to be a better person because I got kids, and I want to, pass on a better. But sometimes it's not clear what the right thing is to do. Like one time, I threw a candy wrapper on the street, and I didn't do it like I just take that shit straight. I did it because I was like shaking. I wanted the candy. Anyway, I was with a friend who said to me, you just littered on the street. Don't you care about the environment? And I thought about it and I said, you know what? This isn't the environment. This is New York City. This is not the environment. This is where people live. New York City is not the environment. New York City is a giant piece of litter. It's like the giantest, next to Mexico City, the shittiest piece of litter in the world. Just a pussy, runny, smoking, stinking piece of litter. So if you have a piece of litter, what are you supposed to do with it? You should throw it on the pile of litter. Because if you don't, if you put it in a receptacle, then it gets collected and it gets taken to a dump in a landfill, and then or it goes on a boat and it goes out and gets dumped in the ocean, and some dolphin wears it as a hat on its face.
for 10 years, this hat that never dissolves on its face. Oh. Jesus. I mean, everything that we introduce to the world is shitty. Meaning white people. Because I really think that white people are from like another planet. Because when we came to America, it was so nice. It was just Indians, and they weren't even Indians. We called them that by accident, and we still call them that. Like we knew in a month that it wasn't Indians, but we just don't give a shit. We never correct it. We came here, they're like, hi, and we're like, hey, you're Indians, right? And they're like, no. No, this is India, right? No, it's not, it's totally other place. You're not Indians? No. Ah, you're Indians. You're Indians for hundreds of years after. We ruined everything here. This was it was just coast to coast, just green and brown and beautiful. And all the humans were just walking around with painted faces, just walking. And they'd be like, ooh, that looks yummy. And then they just eat from the ground. And then they'd sleep on the grass. And they'd wake up and they'd fuck. And then they'd go for a swim and do a little dance. That was the whole continent, was just folks doing that. I mean, there was people in Mexico cutting off kids' heads and rolling them down the pyramid stairs. But that's always going on. What are you gonna, you can't do a whole lot about that. But I think we came from another planet, and the reason is because we don't like it here. I mean, why, if we're from here, if we belong on Earth, why aren't we comfortable on Earth at all? We need nice, smooth surfaces and right angles, and we need it to be cool and not too hot, just perfect. Like, why wouldn't, when it's hot, why wouldn't we just, yeah, fuck it? Why wouldn't we be like that if we belong here? And it's weird because people that aren't, whatever you call there's environmentalists, and then there's people who are whatever, they just hate environmentalists. But that's what people get angry at environmentalists, because they think they're slowing down the economy and creating restrictions. And a lot of these people are Christian. A lot of these people are very devout Christians. And that's such a confusing thing to me, that if you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why would you not think that when he came back, he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown. What did you do to the polar bears? Did you shit all over every polar bear? Who did this? Who spilled this shit? Who spilled this? Come over. Did you fucking spill this? What is that? It's oil. It's just some oil. I didn't mean to spill. Well, why did you take it out of the fucking ground? Because I wanted to go faster. I'm not fast enough. And I was cold. What the fuck do you mean cold? I gave you everything you needed, you piece of shit. Well, because jobs. What is a job? Explain to me, what's a fucking job? You go, you work at a place, and when people call when their game doesn't work, and you help them figure it out. What do you do that for? For money. What do you need money for? Food. Just eat the shit on the floor. I left shit all over the floor. Fucking corn and wheat and shit. Grab it up, make some bread. What are you doing? Yeah, but it doesn't have bacon around it, and I like when it has bacon on it and
A lot of what they teach kids is just to make them polite people, Like they teach them that there's words you shouldn't use. There's bad words. Don't use the bad words. I can't teach my kids that because I do this for a living. But I didn't want my kids to be, assholes. So I used to tell them, like, okay, look, there's no bad words. There's no bad words. All words are good, bad, nothing. But there's some people that get upset when you use certain words. So if you're going to use those words, look at the person first and try to guess if they're that kind of person. Sometimes you can offend somebody when you weren't even trying to. Like there's certain phrases, certain statements that if you're going to say them, you should say them without stopping in the middle. Certain things, if you're going to say them, don't clear your throat in the middle. Okay? You don't want to say things like, there are too many black people suffering from discrimination. We need to stop the Jews from feeling excluded. I once fucked a baby, and then I fucked him again. So you want to get through that one. Otherwise, people get the wrong idea. They'll think you only fucked that baby once. But it's tricky, if you're trying to teach your kids right from wrong, you got to choose a side often because not everybody agrees on what's right and wrong. So how do you know? Like abortion, some people think it's murder, some people don't. I think people should get abortions, like a lot, like as many as you can. You should try to get a lot of abortions.
Hopefully you do that. It's a competition of good thoughts and bad thoughts. Hopefully the good thoughts win. I like to believe the good thing. That's the thing I believe. And then there's this thing. And I don't believe this, but it is there. It's this. And then this thing. It's my brain I call, of course. But maybe.
I'll give you an example. Okay, like of course, children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Jesus. I have a nephew who has that. I'd be devastated if something happened to him. But maybe, if we all just do this for 1 year, we're done with nut allergies forever. No, of course not.
I have 2 kids. I try to be a better person around my kids. I really do. I try to change my behavior around them. Like I have rules in my house. They all apply to me. Like I have a rule that I don't curse around my kids. It's a rule. It does happen. Sometimes you have a stressful moment and you're with your kids. So you say something by mistake. Like one time I was making dinner for my kids and I gave my daughter a bowl of soup. And I said, here's your fucking soup. But you can see how that was a tough situation. You're supposed to teach your kids right from wrong. I don't know, it's confusing, Some people raise their kids religiously, and that kind of covers it. They kind of go, all this, do that. I'm not raising my kids religiously because I don't feel like it. Just get up on a Sunday. Fuck that. Fuck that. Let your souls rot, kids. I don't care. I'm not getting... Daddy, who... But my kids, you know, they're living in the world, and there's a lot of religion in the world, so you do have to teach your kids, if you're not raising them religiously, you do have to teach them about religion, you know? I always tell my kids the same thing. I tell them that there are many religions in the world, and they're all equal, but the Christians are the main one. That's what I tell them. The Christians won, they're the winners, so act accordingly. Congratulate Christians when you meet them, because they won the world. And it's true. It's true. We love to tell ourselves like every religion is exactly... No, they're not. The Christians won everything a long time ago. If you don't believe me, let me ask you a question. What year is it? I mean, come on. What year is it according to the entire human race? And why? What year is it? Anybody, sir, just yell out the year. Thank you. 2016. No, it's 20. That's right. It's 2017. What is that? That's a important number, because we're counting to it in unison as a species. For thousands of years, we've been going 1, 2, 3. Come on, everybody. 4. And now, come on, Africa. 5, 6. What is this number? We're counting the days since what? Since there was ever people, or since the sun did a something? Not at all. It's been 2017 years since what? Anybody, yell it out. Yes, Christ! Christ! That's right. It's been 2017 years since Christ Jesus. We are counting the days since Jesus together. Which makes sense if you're Christian, but what the fuck are the rest of us doing? Jesus was here. Everybody, scientists, historians, Jesus. Jesus. Jesus plus 2. Jesus plus 3. Jesus plus 4. Jesus plus 2017 years, 4 months, and 3 days is when your license expires. How is that not a win for the Christians? How is that not a complete win? That's not a Monday off in October. That's there was no time before Jesus. And the whole world's going, okay, sure. And then somebody was like, what about the years before him? There were billions, I mean, infinity. Those go backwards. You want us to measure most of history backwards? To accommodate one religion? Uh-huh. All right, we'll do it. It's fine. We'll do it. Watch New Year's Eve around the world. They always show you like how every country celebrates. It's kind of cool. The first is one little island. It's the first place that's actually the place that it's the year. It's a little island in the Pacific. I don't forget what it's called, but the people, they do a little ceremony for New Year's Eve every year, and they just wear grass because they don't even have sticks yet. They're in the grass age. They have no clocks, but they do a dance. 2017. And it goes around the world. Oh, it's 2017. Death to all Christians in 2017. The Jews are quietly keeping track. It's really 5,766, but that's for us. We're just, that's okay. We're just keeping track for when you snap out of it. It's all right. I'll write yours on my check. I don't want a problem. What about Chinese New Year? Yeah, what about Chinese? All right. Next time you're doing your taxes, just write monkey where the year goes. Just put monkey. See what happens to your funds. No, it's 2017, year of our Lord. Jesus-y a clock on the nose. And they made it up. That's the weirdest part, is they got to rename years that had already taken place. Because you know that's not what those years were. You know that, right? That the year 3 wasn't the year 3 during the year 3. Nobody was walking around back then. Hey, what year is it? It's 3. Yeah, but I'm 28. How can I be 28? There's only been 3. Well, see, you were born in BC 24, and there's a 0. Remember it went backwards? Oh, shit, that was stressful. I hated those years. What was that like? What year is it? 10. Gonna happen! So I don't know what to tell my kids. My kids are, they wanted a dog, so I got them a dog. I got them a dog this year, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten the dog. Because we rescued a dog. We got we adopt. Yes, you must, yes, always rescue. If you get a dog, get a rescue dog. Don't get a puppy from those horrible people who professionally raise dogs carefully. No. You need to just get a mystery dog that's been beaten and abused and traumatized on the streets of Puerto Rico and can't talk about it to anyone now. They never know. Do you know anything about the dog? She's afraid of pennies. So we think maybe somebody's been throwing handfuls of pennies at her face. But otherwise, no. So you take this random dog and just put it in your house with your family and watch their personality unfold. This dog is insane. I'll walk into the kitchen and the dog's just standing there alone like this. Like, you all right? Are you all right? My kids are terrified of the dog. My daughter goes to pet the dog goes like this. She's like, should I pet her? I don't think you should ever pet our dog, honey. So I took her to the vet. I took the dog to the vet to ask her what to do, and the vet said, listen, I think there's something you should seriously consider. I was like, please be saying to kill this dog. Please be a doctor that says the dog dies now. But she didn't. She said, I think you should consider Prozac for the dog. I was like, really? She said, yeah, it works. Calms the dog right down. But it's a big decision, and you should think about it. I said, put 4 in her asshole right now. What do I have to think about? I don't give a shit what she's experiencing. Fucking fix it. Give her heroin. Shoot her up. Come on, puppy. Wow, your dog is really chill. Yeah. It only costs $400 a day to keep her like that. I didn't always feel this way. I used to love animals. I used to worry about animals. Just animals. When I was like 20, are all the doggies okay everywhere? I certainly hope so. But I'm 49 and I got 2 kids now. You know what happens? Your circle of concern tightens. I have 4 nephews. I don't love any of them. Fuck a dog. You know those ads, like the PSA on television about abused animals? They show you a dog with like an empty socket, and he's like, ooh. They're always wet. I feel like they hose them down before they film them. Ooh. And the voice comes on, look at these dogs. Please send us money so that this can stop. Are you beating up the dogs? How's my money fixing that? You ever seen that PSA where they show you a really sad man? He's very upset, very sad man. He's holding a little sign, and it says, yeah, sure. And he says, this is the text that killed my daughter. Because somebody texted, yeah, sure, and ran over his kid, which is awful. Although maybe they were responding to a text that said, can you please kill that kid? And so they just wrote back and did it.
I try to go to movies, but movies are all shit now. They're all shit. Like they just have this machine that just makes shit. I rented a movie. I rented the Jesus movie where they beat the shit out of Jesus for a couple hours. Wow, they kicked his ass. What happened? What, did he key somebody's Camaro? What did the guy do? Look, I didn't like the Jesus movie. I thought it was a shitty movie. And people get offended when you tell them that, like you're saying something wrong. It's like, I thought the Jesus movie sucked. And they're like, hey, man. Like, what? He's not in it. Who gives a shit? Like Jesus cares about Mel Gibson's movie, you know? Look, I was raised Catholic, so I know he did that for me, and I appreciate it, you know, thank you. He should have asked first, you know. I would have said, I'm all set, I don't need that done, because a little presumptuous. Only because, look, here's the thing. I was raised Catholic, and I'm not anymore, because look, if they're right, I am fucked. I'm going to hell, I am. Because I'm really I do wrong shit a lot. Man, I'm going to hell, I know it, and I don't want to go to hell, and really because I don't like new places. That's really the reason. Because I'm afraid I'll go to hell, I won't know where to sign up for shit, I'll be all confused. Like the first day of school, you know? I wonder, is there like a schedule to hell? How organized is your damnation? Like, first they put you in one room and some monster fucks you up the ass for 1,000 years. You come out, you're like, well, I ain't fucking around in there, I tell you. I don't recommend that room. That was a drag. Then they take you and they put you in another room and they shit on your head. I don't know what the fuck they're doing out there, but what if hell's not like that? What if I'm just standing in a hallway in hell, like, what do I do? Where do I go? Some demon walks up to me, hey, and I'm like, demon. And the demon's like, come on, suck my dick. Now I'm blowing a demon in hell, and it's horrible. And I'm thinking I shouldn't have lied so much or whatever. But here's my question. What if when I'm done blowing the demon in the hallway? How do you know when you're done blowing a demon in the hallway? I guess when he comes fire ants on you, whatever. When I'm done blowing the demon in the hallway, what if some guy in charge of hell walks up to me and goes, hey man, you didn't have to blow that guy, you know? He just hangs out here. He's not part of your damnation or anything. What did you blow him for? I just assumed you're supposed to blow people. He said, suck my dick, so you know.
So say no. What's so hard about that? Jesus. Look, man, you better pace yourself. You're down here forever. You're gonna blow a lot of demons and elephants, all kinds of shit. Don't be freelancing in the hallways, for Christ's sakes.
Hey, I got a call today. My phone rang and I answered it. I didn't recognize the number. I said hello, and the person said, "Please hold for the president." I was like, "What?" And then a voice comes on. It sounded like the president, and he's like, "Oh, this is President Obama." And I said, "No, that's not you." And he goes, "Yes, it is." And I said, "No, there's no way the president would ever call me." So he goes, "All right, we'll just hang up and call the White House and ask for me and you'll get through it. Maybe they'll convince you." So I said, "Okay," and I hung up. And I Googled the White House. And I got like the main number and I called and said, "Hi, this guy was calling me. He said he was the president. My name's Louie." And she put me through. So all of a sudden, I'm talking to the president. And I said, "What can I do for you?" And he goes, "I don't know, what's up?" And he said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in Phoenix." And he said, "I heard they're all fags there." I know. And I was like, first of all, Phoenix is not known for that. Second of all, who says fags? Like, who says just fags? And then beyond that, how dare you, Mr. President? And he says, "So, go tell everybody who's gonna believe you, you fat douche." And he hung up. I was really surprised. That's what I would do. If I was the president, I would just bother people. I would fly around the country, go to like Wisconsin, go to some guy's house at 3 a.m, and just drink out of the milk carton. So tell everybody, just piss on the floor. Who's gonna believe you? Yeah, go tell everybody the president pissed on your floor at 3 a.m. Go ahead. To me, that would be the whole point of being president. Is getting to do that. I live in New York City, and it's okay there. I live in a nice building. I never lived in a nice place before. When I was growing up, I had no money. I mean, my mom didn't. Didn't matter. I was a child. But I'm not used to it because it's nice. There's like a pretty courtyard with flowers and a fountain with little marble boys pissing. I don't know. What is it with fountains? Like, all fountain sculptors are pedophiles, basically. You can't get a fountain made without... Can you make me a fountain? Yes, I'll get started right away. Oh, yes! Yes! It's finished! And it's just little boys pissing on the face of a Greek god that looks like him a lot. Piss on me forever! Anyway, there's one of those in the courtyard of my building. And my first week in the building about a year ago, I went down to the courtyard for the first time. And I didn't look too good, you know? It was a Sunday morning. That's my least presentable hour. A lot of, just stains, just like, food and me and whatever. And so I'm sitting there. So, shut up. Oh. Anyway, so there I was. I'm sitting on the stone bench of this courtyard and feeling a little out of place. There's these fancy doormen and stuff. And then there's this guy looking at me. I notice he's looking at me from across the courtyard. And he's all spiffy looking. He's got brown shoes and he's looking at me like, I could tell he was thinking I don't live in the building. He thinks I just wandered in off the street and sat in the courtyard. I could tell he's thinking of coming over and dealing with me on his own. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, please do that. Yes, please, come on.
And I'm trying to look even more gross, and I'm like pulling up my shirt. And then I see him go, oh no, that's not gonna do at all. And he comes over to me. And I'm like, I'm so excited to have this thing. The confrontation where I'm not wrong at all. And he thinks I am. So he comes over, says, excuse me, do you live in this building? And I said, no. Because why not start there? I said, no. He goes, well, then what are you doing here? And I said, I just need to rest. I'm having a hard time. He says, this is private property. And I said, well, I don't really believe in that. You know, just the worst things I could say from his point of view is basically all the things I was saying. And he goes, well, if you don't leave, I'm going to talk to the doorman. I was like, can I just stay like 5 more hours? So he's, no. And he goes over to the doorman. And I see him talking about me to the doorman like this. And then I see the doorman going, oh, no, that guy lives here. That's okay. And the look on his face, it was just so, it was this beautiful cocktail of anger and confusion. It's like I had invented a new way to hurt somebody's feelings. That's how excited I was. I can't smoke pot because it's the same thing. I'm too old for it. Sometimes young people come up to me after shows, hey, do you want to smoke some pot? I'm like, can I get my portion to smoke without you alone later? Because I don't want to stand in a parking lot with some 20-year-olds. Last time I got high, I was in Kansas City, and I got high because I was in Kansas City, and it was shitty. So after the show, so these kids that worked at the club, they're like, you want to smoke some pot? I'm like, yes. So I'm standing in a parking lot with these kids, like 20 years old, and we're smoking a joint. And I'm taking huge hits, because I had no idea. I didn't know they'd been working on this shit like it's the cure for cancer. I didn't understand the fucking technology that's gone into making pot so powerful. Because when I was a kid, you could just smoke a joint for a while. Now you take 2 hits and you go insane. It's not doable anymore. And I was taking big hits, like big 1970s jean jacket, Bad Company hits. Here come the jesters, 1, 2, 3. It's all part of my fantasy. And I'm like, yeah. And even the kid with the wooden hole of no ear, the absence of flesh in his ear with wood, I don't know what that is. Even he was like, "That you should be careful, that's a lot of pot. That's very strong marijuana." Yeah, I'm fine. Running with the devil! Just fucking, and in about 10 seconds, everything just and I'm like, oh shit. This is an ordeal now. I'm not gonna feel okay for a very long time. And everybody's just standing around and talking, and I'm hoping, like I'm really hoping that I look like this. But I'm pretty sure that I was just scanning insanely. I was actually counting, like, look at her for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to him. 5, 4, 3, 2. Randomize. Don't go in the same direction. 5, 4, 3. Nod your head. That looks like you're listening if you nod your head. Ha ha ha. And at one point I realized I need to get out of here because the air is hitting my arm weirdly and they can tell. They totally know that I'm not handling the way air is touching my arm right now.
Why am I doing that with my hand? That's weird to do that with your hand. Nobody stands like this. Nobody stands like this. Just fucking, no, that's weird too. That's crazy. Just, shit. I gotta go. But I didn't know how to leave because I had this dilemma. We're all standing in a perfect circle facing each other. And I thought it's gonna be insane if I just I'm one person with my back now. Do I just back away like this and hope that they fill in? And then I thought, no, say something. Say something out loud to them that smooths the transition of you leaving. Okay, what do I say? Pick a thing to say. Goodbye. That's a nightmare. That's just goodbye. That's just noises. Finally, I walked away and I said, I'm leaving! And I know it was that bad because they all went, oh, shit, okay, all right. Whoa. Like, I'll never see those people again as long as I live. And then I had to get in a car. I forgot that I had rented a car, and I have to drive back to the hotel. And I'm driving on this highway in Missouri. And at one point I realized, I think it's been about 25 minutes since I looked out the front window of this car. I've just been dealing with shit directly in. Oh, shit.
I love my daughter. It's a lot of responsibility that you never think about, though. Like, you got to name your kid. That's a big deal right there. And you know what's amazing to me? You can name your kid anything you want. Isn't that incredible? There are no laws. There should be a couple of laws. None. You can literally name your kid anything. You can name your kid a name with no vowels if you want, like Singleton. Just 40 F's, that's his name. Go clean your room. Some people name their kids a word like sunshine or battery or whatever. I'd like to name my kid a whole phrase, something like ladies and gentlemen. That would be a cool name for a kid. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Then when he gets out of hand, I get to go, ladies and gentlemen, please! But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name, they take it, they go Louie Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids. Any name, what's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that. I was watching YouTube today. I was watching one of the ads that comes on before the video. I don't skip those. I think that's rude. It is. It's mean. Somebody worked hard on that ad. They trained a cheetah to run alongside a Jeep Cherokee. And you're at home like 3, 2, 1, fuck off. It's fucking mean. What if you made something, dick? Anyway, the ad was a PSA. It was an anti-smoking message. It was a Puerto Rican man with a hole in his throat. He was like,
my father smoked. And my mother smoked. I wish I never smoked in my life. Please don't smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes are very, very bad for you.
First thought I had was, why does he still have an accent? It's coming out. Feels like if you bypass the mouth, you shouldn't have an accent anymore. Does the machine have a setting for Puerto Rican?
Is that just how air sounds coming out of this guy? Does he fart with an accent?
Senor, I'm farting.
Anyway, after the ad, I watched the video that I was looking for, which was a scene from a movie. And it's a scene that I really hate. Every time I see it, it makes me angry, which is why I was looking for it on YouTube. And it's a movie I like. I actually like the movie. It's called Goodwill Hunting. Remember Goodwill Hunting? Of course, right? Matt Damon. Great performance. He plays a very complicated young man wearing a tight t-shirt for a whole movie. And here's the thing. Here's my issue with Goodwill Hunting. Matt Damon also wrote the movie, okay? So he basically sat down and he's like, first of all, I am amazing. I'm a construction worker. I'm like working class. And I drink beer and I get in fights. I get in so many fights. My friends are like, you're out of control, man. And I'm like, shut up. This is the way I am. But then also, I'm a genius. Ooh. I didn't even go to school. I just know things. I don't know why. I just know them. And all the nerdy geniuses that studied for years are like, he's so much smarter than us. It's making us upset. It's insane. It's fucking insane. It only makes sense if he wrote it for himself to be the guy. So the scene I was looking for, it's the worst example of that in the movie. Here's what happens. He goes to a bar and he meets a woman and he likes her. And another guy likes her too. But she picks Matt Damon. Because he wrote the fucking movie, because he decided, you understand? She doesn't like him, she likes me, you better believe it. So he gets her phone number, and then he goes outside, and he sees the other guy in the window of a restaurant, and he decides to taunt him. So he goes over, he tells his friends, hey, come here, watch this. And he says to the guy, hey! Do you like apples? And the guy says, yes. And Matt Damon goes, well, I got a number. How do you like them apples? And all Matt Damon's friends go, oh! Oh! This was amazing! Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! You were ready with that! How? You know how he did it? He wrote the whole fucking movie, okay? He made everybody say all the things. Otherwise, this doesn't happen. I mean, he hinges the whole fucking prank on the guy liking apples. The guy must like apples. Who would say yes to do you like apples coming from a clear antagonist? Who's setting him up, gathered his friends. Do you like, wait guys, watch this. Do you like apples? God damn it, I do. I wish I didn't. 'Cause I can tell this is not gonna go my way. But I can't lie. He'll know it. He'll know it because boy, do I like apples. Do you understand? If he says no, Matt Damon is fucked. He's fucked in the face for life. He's got nothing. Do you like apples? No. What the dude? Fucking guy. No, come on, seriously. Seriously, you fucking don't fucking Do you like bananas? Because the woman gave me her telephone number, and isn't that bananas?
Now, Louis, we've known each other a long time. I haven't spoken to you in a couple of months. How are you?
Well, I'm all right. I'm fat.
You're fat?
Yes, I'm a great big fat person.
No.
It's just been, I'm growing fatter. I just weighed myself and I'm 240. Mm-hmm. You know how doctors have like a formula for rule of thumb, how to figure what your optimum weight is? I'm pretty sure it's not your age plus 200 pounds.
That could possibly be. Really I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
I'm a fat dude.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about something cheerful then. How was your Father's Day? Father's Day must have been?
Well, yeah, I got to spend it with my kids, which, you know, Yahoo.
You're such a sentimental sap.
Well, it's not, you know, it's like, hey, you're Employee of the Month, go mop up. You know, it's what I have to do. I have to be with my kids. I'll shut up. None of you have kids. I can see it by looking at you. Here's the thing. Parents never get to say that it's hard. You don't get to say that.
Right.
And it's the hardest thing in the world. Anything else that's hard, you get to say, this sucks.
Right.
But when you're a parent, first of all, it's impossible. You make huge mistakes constantly, like, oops, irreversible damage there, move on. You know, just huge mistakes. You don't get to sleep anymore, you don't have sex anymore, you eat standing up and fast. The entire nation depends on our success as parents.
Yeah.
And you don't even get to say, it sucks. You have to say stuff like, I couldn't even imagine my life without my children. I can totally imagine my life. Really? That's actually all I ever do, is imagine my life.
Really?
And it's not a big fantasy. I'm not in the World Series of Poker. I'm just sitting in a chair, jerking off and eating chocolate. That's really it. That's all.
Lord. Okay. Well, listen, yes, you bring up a good point. Parenting is definitely very hard work. I have 2 kids, and I know that it's very hard work.
Well, like, if you get sick, nobody cares. You can't call in sick to having kids.
Right.
As a matter of fact, if you get sick, your spouse hates you for being sick. Because it's just making their life harder. And I'm the same way. Like, my wife, one time, she's like, I have diarrhea. I had diarrhea all night. I'm staying in bed. And I'm like, let me see it. I want to see the diarrhea. Show me at least a cup of diarrhea if you want to stay in bed. There's just no way I'm taking it on faith and spending all day with the kids by myself. I'm just not. And she's the...
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is exciting. My nipples are hard right now. They are. I just noticed it. Ooh, that kind of hurts. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all. My name is Louis. I'm a 42-year-old divorced father. I got 2 kids, 2 girls, and it's the hardest part of being a parent really is just the days that you spend with your kids. That's really, ask any parent. You ask parents, like, is it the worrying? Is it saving? But no, it's just the days. It's just every day. My kids wake me up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I don't get up at 6. Before I had kids, I blew off whole careers because I didn't want to get up. Like, I just won't be that then. And then you take them to school, and then you pick them up, take them home, then it's like, how early can I put them to bed that isn't child abuse? Like 4 p.m.? Putting your kids to bed is murder because they don't want to do it. They're just laying awake just like Clockwork Orange, just so excited. And I just want them to I want to stop their ceaseless joy for life. So I can go watch Cash Cab and jack off and pass out. That's all I want. I love my kids, but I want them to stop at bedtime. So I just want them to go to sleep so I can eat all the ice cream in the house that would break their hearts if they knew how much ice cream. There's so much ice cream in the house, and I never give it to them. It's mine. I wait till they're sleeping, and I eat it in their room in the dark, over their beds. And also, I'm a divorced dad, so when I'm with my kids, it's just me and 2 little girls. And that's a challenge. There's certain things, like we were in the airport the other day, I was taking my kids somewhere in New York, and they had to go to the bathroom. Now, when kids have to go to the bathroom, you don't get much warning. They don't go, hey, Dad, I kind of have to go. Should we start looking for a place? They just go, I'm going to poop in my pants in T-minus 5, 4, 3, and it's over. So you got to find a place. Now, take yourself through that logically. I'm a man. I've got 2 little girls. I'm not allowed in the ladies' room. I mean, not me personally. I didn't get banned. I can't go in a ladies' room because I got a big old penis, so I just can't go in. I'm not bragging that it's not big like porny, thrusty penis. It's just big like an old man's nose. Just kind of like, just kind of droop, you know, like a lava lamp, just bloop. It's really, it's big in an upsetting way. You don't ever look at my penis. It's awful. Also, I'm not allowed in a ladies' room because I love looking at people's vaginas anytime that I have that opportunity. You know, it's amazing that we still need separate rooms to pee in. As human beings, men are so disgusting that we can't be trusted to pee in the same room. So I have to take my girls to the men's room, which is awesome. Look, girls, 9 penises. 9 farting men shaking the pee off their big old penises. So I got to push them past that, and then we go in the stall. So I'm in a bathroom, airport stall with 2 little girls, all our luggage. There's a guy right here. Right here. There's a guy here. This dude, I can see his foot. He's trying to get leverage to harder. Like he's struggling. We can hear him. We're sharing this moment with him. He's like, oh, he's struggling. Like he's giving birth in the 1800s with no midwife, just in a barn. Just an old country whore dropping another baby in the hay. This is what this sounded like. And when he broke loose, it sounded like soup cans and pennies being shook out of an old duffel bag. And he's this close to my beautiful daughter's little tiny face, who, by the way, is shitting her brains out. This kid is no princess. She is cracking pipes. So she goes, then the other one, then it's my turn. I'm peeing. I'm trying not to fart in her faces. It's a challenge. That's what I'm trying to say. It ain't easy. But I love my girls. I'm trying to stay in shape. No, I'm not. I have a doctor who told me that I eat too fast. He said you should eat slowly. Because what happens is when you eat, there's a signal that goes from your stomach to your brain that says you're full. But it takes that signal 20 minutes to travel from your stomach. First of all, what a douchebag my body is. That it takes 20... What's taking 20 minutes? If I stub my toe, I know it instantly. And that's twice the distance. What's taking this signal 20 minutes? It's like... Hey, Tit, what's up? What are you doing over here? My Tit's like, dude, get up there. We're getting fat. Hurry up. Oh, excuse me. You know, hey, asshole, what are you doing? All right, I've disgusted you enough. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here on the 100th show. Really.
You're one of my favorites, too. I mean, of all time. I think you're one of the greats of all time. I'm serious, man.
And we've been friends a long time, but we've never formally hung out.
No. Yeah.
Because you live in New York.
That's right.
And I live here.
That's
so
right.
I'm going to New York this weekend.
Oh, good.
But when you're out here, do you like being out here?
No, I hate it. I hate it. It's just a different... I think the thing about New York, people think that people are rude there. You know, and they're friendly in a different way. Like, a New Yorker will hold the door for you, but you got to get through the door. Like, you have like 2 seconds before the nice gesture becomes hatred, like seething hatred. You're like, go ahead. Go! All right, jeez. I'm in a hurry. I wasn't before. I wasn't even going in that building, but I guess I have to. Because you're making me. But people are used to being with each other. The thing about LA is that people are all in their cars, and they don't think about the people in the other cars as human beings sometimes. And things get kind of... People honk all the time here. And I really believe this, George, that if you own a car and you ever honked your horn once, you're a piece of I really believe that. There's no legitimate reason to honk a horn. It's only selfish. It's supposed to be for safety, but what's that story that ends with, and then he honked his horn and everyone was saved? Like, what is that story? I think the idea in our heads is you'll be driving and a kid will run out in front of you, so you'll honk and then kill him. That's what would happen if you chose to spend your time beep. Well, he's dead now. At least he died in fear instead of joyful play. I got to announce his death with a horn. But no, the reason people honk is to critique that has already happened.
What do you mean? Like what? Like what?
Well, it's not to avert, it's just to go beep, hey! Like, why do you get to sound a trumpet because you're unhappy?
Why does everybody beep? You shouldn't. It's no different than being in a store and someone gets in front of you and you just go, "Ugh! Ugh!" It's stupid. The other reason people honk is because they just don't want to wait. You're sitting in your car, you're sitting behind another car, the light turns green, and because he doesn't have your central nervous system, you go, bah! And I don't mean to accuse because I honk at everybody.
And there's no...
I do. I honk at people on the sidewalk for being ugly. I'm the worst. Beep, stay home, it's gross. So I'm worse than anybody else.
But tell everybody the story about how you almost got killed driving, but not in an accident. Just tell.
No, I almost got murdered by a young fellow. I was driving. I was living here at the time, and I was driving really fast. I was speeding because I was in a hurry. So I was making other people almost die because my bad judgment. So I'm driving, and then I realize there's a car next to me who's driving fast. It's a kid, like 19 years old, in a green Honda that he made at his house. You know those cars?
I do.
He's got spiky hair. And he keeps, so I'm like, good, I don't care. Let's both get to my show on time. I'm fine. He thinks we're racing. I'm not racing. But so we get to the next red light, and he's looking at me, and he's going, "Woo," like this, and I go, "What happened to your hand? Like, I don't understand I don't know what that means." If other people don't know the thing, it doesn't scare them. He's like, "Yeah, whoa," and I'm like, "I don't know it." So he goes, I said to him, "Listen, I'm not trying to go fast relative to you. I just have my own independent reason for my speed." And he got angry at all the words and everything, and he pulled out a gun, and he pointed it at me. So I go through the red light. And he does too. And I was like, oh. I'm thinking, oh, he's trying to kill me, but he's not going to go through a red light. You know? I'm sure he's thinking ahead to how that's going to hurt his insurance premiums in the long run. So now I'm in a car chase in LA. I'm being chased, and it doesn't feel like a car chase. It's a beautiful day. I'm listening to Simon and Garfunkel on my radio. Being chased through, I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. I've squandered. So I call 911 on my cell phone, and I go, there's a guy chasing me with a gun, and he's trying to kill me. That's what I said. And the lady goes, why is he doing that? I swear to God, why is he doing that? I'm like, is there a reason he could have that you would not send anyone to help me? Like, if I tell her the story. Like, I'm going to tell her the story, and she's going to go, it sounds like you made a mess for yourself. We're not going to get involved. So I did the same thing anytime I call a company, and I don't like what. You hang up, you call again.
Right. Get another person.
Get another person. So I get another guy, he goes, 911, what's your emergency? And I tell him, and helicopters show up right away. I guess I just sound white enough to call in an airstrike. I'm nervous.
You are fantastic. Hey, if you ever seen Louis C.K. live, you have to see him live. Until then, watch Louis C.K.'s sitcom Louis, premiering June 29th at 11 o'clock on FX. My favorite comedian.